Hi everyone, this is Jeff here with an update. I cannot believe that I have not made a video since last May. So that's like 2 full seasons have gone by since the last time I made a video. And I'm really impressed because there's still people watching the videos that I made previously, and I believe I'm up to 200 subscriptions. And I want to take this time to just thank everyone for continuing to subscribe, obviously enjoying the videos that I've made in the past. I've been, busy with other things, and other interests and little projects have taken my time away from the whole YouTube thing and the vinyl community. I haven't slowed down in my purchasing, so there's kind of a lot to catch up on. But I figured I would kind of split it up into a couple of videos and just show you all the stuff I've gotten over the since May, basically, since the last video I posted. So I figured I'll just jump in and get started, and I'll try to not have this go on too long. Like I said, I'll break it up into some sections. But I figured I would just start here in the collection and kind of pull out what I have received. One of the things I'm really excited about, and I know that I've talked about it before, is an Australian first pressing of Black Sabbath's debut on the Blue Fontana label, which I think you can see there. I had originally shown this one back in one of my early videos. It wasn't a mint copy exactly, but I knew it sounded good enough that I needed to find another copy. And I was lucky enough to nab an absolute mint one, the exact same first press on Fontana, and really happy about that because it's a great sounding record. Next up is Black Sabbath Volume 4. This is an original Australian Vertigo label from Australia. Very nice pressing. And let's see what else here. This one I'm not too sure if I showed. This is the Devil You Know by Heaven and Hell, the last album that they did with Ronnie James Dio before he passed. I never owned this on CD, so when I saw it on vinyl, I decided to pick it up. Very good album. Here is the Black Sabbath 13. That's been out for a while, I think. I picked that up. This is this is a U.S. press, but it's really cool because they actually manufactured it with the original vertical swirl labels, which was nice. And let's see, what else have we got here? Oh, I was able to pick up I love this album. This is the Jimi Hendrix Live at Monterey. It's a split full-length album. Side A has a couple of tracks from Jimi Hendrix, and side B has Otis Redding. And the one version that I found was a record club version. I think a reissues from probably the early 80s, I would think. But I was able to find another pressing from the 70s on the Reprise label. So really happy about that. I was able to also find a couple of rushes to kind of fill in some of the blanks of my collection. One of them was Exit Stage Left. This is a US press, Robert Ludwig stamped master pressing. And I was really happy about this. First original US press of Permanent Waves. Very happy about that. I think that's it for the Rush. I was also able to find, I believe this might be an early 80s repress of, or maybe like a second Canadian press of Van Halen 2. Sounds really good. And, oh yeah, I was able to find Eat 'Em and Smile, Sterling Stamp's original first US press. The one that I had was just a Canadian press, and the US press sounds a lot better. Really good. Let's see. Oh, this is really cool. This is something I really wanted to... I was actually very excited to show. This album is by my grandfather. I think I've spoken about this in other videos, but my grandfather was basically like a jazz big band piano player, and in the late '60s, he released an album of you know, I think some covers and original material, and it was called, well, it's in French. See that there. And his name was Ben Denemy. He was my mom's father and his orchestra. And that's a picture of my grandfather right there. And I always knew the existence of this album. I know certain family members had it, and I remember seeing photos of the album cover, of the album jacket, but I never actually had the album, you know, I never held it in my hands, and I certainly never listened to it. And one day I decided to do a search on Google for the title, and sure enough I found a gentleman in Toronto who had a mint sealed copy of it, and it's original, and it sounds fantastic. So this is probably my most prized possession, piece of our family history. And you know, my grandfather was an excellent musician, also an excellent percussionist, and this was a nice addition. I was happy to get that. Okay, the next one that I'm really excited about is a first Japanese press of Iron Maiden's Number of the Beast. Right there. I couldn't believe when I found this at a local store here in Montreal, in absolute mint condition, with all the original inserts, and you got the original Obi there. You know, great album, and sounds great on this pressing. Next up is... This is something I picked up, I think in the summer, From Fear to Eternity. This is a 3 LP greatest hits of Iron Maiden songs, 3 picture discs. For picture disc, the sound is actually very good, and it was on sale at HMV, so I couldn't pass that up. I won't open that here, but you guys can check that out. It's very, very, very cool. Very nice to have. It's hard sometimes sliding these back in here. Let's see, next up is... By the way, I'm playing the new Beatles live at the BBC collection that came in the deluxe box. You got Volume 1 and Volume 2 there. This is disc 1 of Volume 2, and I've been listening to this since I picked it up a couple weeks ago. Just a fantastic, fantastic collection of music there. Oh yeah, I was able to find some old Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones, this is, I think, a second press on the London, on Decca label, in stereo, UK press. Through the Past Darkly. Love this collection of songs. Rolling Stones. Oh yeah, this is great. This is a 2013 reissue of Baker's Banquet on clear vinyl. This is a US pressing, and sounds awesome, and it's really, really cool. I believe this is my first clear vinyl that I own, so that's pretty cool to see that. I believe that's it for here. Oh yeah, this I'm really, really excited about. The new Arcade Fire double vinyl. Very nice, beautiful pressing, sterling press there as well. And I was also able to pick up the Reflector single that came out before the album. Very, very, very nice. Okay, now if we go down here, oh yeah, I was able to pick up some Queensryche, Rage for Order, and the Queensryche EP. This is an original press. It's got Queen of the Reich on it, and The Lady Wore Black. Very, very, very cool. Really like that old metal sound. And I was not all that familiar with the those Queensryche releases. Next up is Montreal band, the Doughboys. I'm a huge Doughboys fan. In fact, actually, I think I showed this one already, but I ended up finding this one as well, which is the Happy Accidents. This is a first US press from the 90s, pressed on purple vinyl. Very, very, very happy about that. Let's see. These next three, very, very, very excited about. I'll start with this one. This is Elliott Smith. This is Either Or. This is a first official, first press of American pressing of this album. It's not a reissue. They're not that easy to come by. Beautiful pressing. It was in mint condition. Very happy to find that. The next two are the Beatles' Revolver. That's my favorite Beatles album, is Revolver. I ended up picking up this one, which I kind of thought might have been a late 70s or early 80s repress, but I was completely wrong. It's actually a digital repress from 2004 out of Denmark or Holland. I can't remember which. It sounds good, but I was hoping for an analog press, repress from at least the 70s. So when I went back to the same store a couple of months later, I was shocked to find this is probably a 73 repress, or considered a 5th stereo pressing with the 2.2 stampers. So very, very early stampers, and it sounds amazing. You really start getting into the difference when you're comparing an analog press to the digital press. So this to me is like, when you get those Beatles, it's very hard to find the Beatles albums in stores, especially with the early stampers. So it was my lucky day to find that. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is interesting. I'm not sure if I showed this. This is a Canadian issue of the Doors' Greatest Hits. I believe this is the only Greatest Hits to come out when Jim Morrison was still alive. I wasn't all that familiar with it. I had to do some research when I initially found it. It's called 13. It's beautiful, beautiful pressing, beautiful condition. And I also picked up a European mono reissue of the debut Doors album. Very, very well done. Sounds good. A little bit different than the stereo version. And we've got, Judas Priest. This is the best of. This is an American press. I'm not sure if it's an original, but it's on the printed in the USA RCA label, mint copy. Great. I love old Judas Priest. Trying to go through this here. Oh yeah. This I was able to find, really, really happy. It's not something that I come across very often here in Montreal. Midnight Oil, Diesel and Dust. This is a Canadian press, mint condition, gatefold. I'm pretty sure it's not original. I don't know, there's a barcode. It might be a repress, but it sounds absolutely phenomenal on vinyl. For those of you who have not heard this on vinyl, pick this up if you can. It sounds amazing. Let's see here. Okay, this I was very, very, very excited about. Huge Led Zeppelin fan. And one day I went into a record store and they had the first 3 albums in mint condition. They are Canadian 70 represses on the Atlantic green and red label. So it's got the first album here. No barcodes on any of them, so I know they're from the 70s. Led Zeppelin 2. This sounds amazing. Really, really cool. And my all-time favorite Zeppelin album, Zeppelin 3. I have read online that the Canadian side 2 on the original red label and this pressing is some of the best side of this album you'll hear on any pressing in the world. Now, I only have this one, so I don't know if that's true, but side 2 sounds specifically amazing. Also, what I did before I found the vinyls, because I was never really that crazy about the Led Zeppelin remasters that came out in '94 that Jimmy Page was responsible for, I always read online that the Barry Diamond original CD pressings from the 80s. The first time they were issued on CD were some of the best CDs to get, so I found them on eBay, the original CDs. Oh, it's a little bullet right there. The original Barry Diamond pressings, and I also read that the CD version that came out in the early 80s or mid 80s is as close to the original Led Zeppelin 2 that Robert Ludwig pressed. The first pressing of this album, he pressed too hot. People were complaining that they couldn't play it on their turntable, so the head of the Atlantic label sent it back to be remastered or repressed or remastered to allow it to play properly on people's turntables. And supposedly the Robert Ludwig version is, I mean, copies go for crazy money on eBay, but it's the pressing to have. I'm not going to pay for that pressing, but I understand that this is as close as I can get to it, so I'm happy with that. And then the Led Zeppelin 3. All original. They sound amazing. Really, really, really good. So very happy to find these, and they play beautifully. Very, very quiet. No scratches. And I was also able to find the song remains the same. This is an original Canadian press with the little booklet in the middle there. Beautiful, beautiful condition. This, I was so happy to find. I never thought I would find an original first press AC/DC Back in Black. I think you can kind of tell the emboss there. I'm not sure. This is a Sterling, or no, Master Disc, I think, Robert Ludwig pressed. This sounds incredible. I mean, I was always happy with my CD, but when the needle dropped on this baby, wow. I mean, Robert Ludwig pressed vinyl is unbelievable. That guy knew how to master LPs. And the cover's not in bad shape either, considering the age, you know? This isn't worn out, the embossed AC/DC. Very happy about that. I really needed to get going on my Alice Cooper. So, oh god, I see it's 17. Well, oh well. For those of you that are still with me, this is Alice Cooper Goes to Hell. And this is, what's this one called? This one's called From the Inside. An original press. This, I'm not going to open it up, but this opens up, the doors open up, and inside the gatefold another door opens up. Very, very cool packaging. Love these albums. Really, really, really cool Alice Cooper records.
Please sing Chains, as we think it is absolutely fab. Love, Lost and Kathy of North Road.
Saxon? Amazon CA had a special on this, $9.99. So I merged it with other things and got some free shipping. Picture disc. Sounds incredible for a picture disc. And I have no Saxon, except on a few early new wave of British heavy metal compilations. So I was very happy to add this to the collection. And also, let's see. I've never seen Saxon live. No. Oh, yeah. This is. I like to collect local bands that were, you know, big at one point in Montreal. This is a really local band called the Sherlocks. This was released in 1991, I think, on a local Montreal indie label here, and I just thought it was the coolest. I figured, how often are you going to find that? So I bought it, and good little band. I remember when I was just a young lad going out in Montreal and seeing Sherlock's posters. And also, by the time we actually started playing live ourselves in the band I had at the time, I think we didn't share a bill with them, but I think we were playing at the same venue on 2 different weekends. Sorry about that. And the next, I was really, really excited to find a beautiful pressing of this Police album, Atlandos d'Amour. I don't even know if I pronounced that right. So very happy about that. And then, let's see, I got some stuff down here. I'm not sure if I showed this. This was Cal Jader. I think I did. Record Store Day from the spring. I think I did. If not, oh well. see. Oh yeah, this I just picked up for Record Store Day last Friday. Miles Davis Kind of Blue on mono. This is number 3092, limited numbered edition. I don't even know if that comes out or whatever. Awesome, awesome. I have different copies in this on CD, and that by far is my favorite to listen to, especially with headsets. This was a recent thing that I just ordered on eBay. It was the last thing I ordered on eBay. Very excited about this. This is U2's Joshua Tree. This is an original UK press, townhouse, etched in the dead wax. Other than maybe the reissue that kind of gets some good reviews, this is pretty much renowned as a great sounding record. I hear that the US original pressing is very good as well, but I took a chance on this. Mint, the original insert, everything, beautiful gatefold. And so for those of you who want to get this, try to find one that's from the UK, and try to find one with early stampers and with townhouse etched in the dead wax. And let's see. I'm not going to show the whole box because it's very heavy. It's something like 35 or 40 pounds, but last week HMV had a sale on the Beatles stereo box set that contains all the Beatles albums with a big book that's actually printed and bound in Italy. I haven't opened up the book yet, it's still sealed, but it's an amazing set. I really held off on buying it because I had the mono box, which I absolutely love, but other than the revolvers that I showed before, I didn't really have any Beatles on vinyl, and I always wanted a collection. For a couple of weeks I tried to buy a blue box, an original BC13 box on eBay, but they just went for too much money, and you can never guarantee that you're going to get good enough copies that are going to play silent. I had read about the horror stories that people had with their US pressed boxes. I tried to order 2 from Amazon and they were horrible, riddled with defects. I returned both, and then I decided to pay a little bit more money, and I got the German European pressed box set instead, and the difference is night and day. I highly recommend this set. It is certainly very nice to have all of the Beatles records in one collection that play absolutely silent. So now I feel I have the best of both worlds. I have my mono CD box, and I have my stereo versions on vinyl, so whatever mood I might find myself in, there's something to put on to satisfy that mood. So this is probably one of my most prized purchases of 2013. I absolutely love it, and maybe I'll do another video to get into depth a little bit more on the box, but I'm sure if you YouTube it, there's a lot of people that already kind of went through it and did an unpacking and all that. So I think what I'll do, there's more stuff, but I think what I'll do is stop that here. And, oh, no, one more thing. This just came in 2 days ago. This is the new Ghost EP, If You Have Ghost, produced by Dave Grohl. I bought it on CD the day it came out, but I pre-ordered it from their website, and it is awesome. Sterling US press, sounds amazing. So for those of you who like Ghost, pick up the CD. So that is it for me. I don't know when I'm going to do my next video. I'm sure I won't let 2 seasons go by before I do another update. But I felt it was really time, and I started seeing some comments that people were leaving, asking me, if I, how I was doing, and where I've been and what I've been up to, and when are they going to see a new video. And I have to say those comments really inspired me to really sit down tonight and try to do a video for you guys. So, oh, that's true, wait a minute. I don't know if you guys saw this, but if you bought the BBC box, the BBC special, Beatles Live at the BBC, HMV was giving out a free promo sampler, little 45 there, little 7-inch, with these songs. And I was shocked to see how much these are going for on eBay already. There was a little 45 sampler with 2 CD samplers, and unfortunately I couldn't nab the CD versions, but I was very happy to nab this and have this in the collection. So I promise, that's it now. End of the video. So thanks for sticking with me. Thanks to all the new subscribers. I can't believe I hit 200 200 subscribers, and every single one of them means a lot to me, and thank you for the views. Thank you for continuing to watch my videos, and I hope you guys stick with me, and I'm going to start getting a lot more involved again, and trying to get more videos up with a little bit more frequency. So again, thanks for watching. I hope all of you are doing well, and have a good night. See you guys soon. Bye.